well, looky here. Look at what we thought we were going to hide in a foreign newspaper and thought that black Americans wasn't going to figure this out. Here's the thing again, I can keep giving the disclaimer that you can find beauty in all races of people, and I still believe that. But I'm not naive. Please quit telling people to get over it and get over things when we're going to keep doing stupid stuff like this. And see, I read this article this morning before I went to the antique show because I'm recording this a day before, because you know how YouTube goes. They don't let you download stuff and present it until the next day. At least that's been my observation. Hit the creepy music before and after I play this video, because I've had time to calm down since going to the antique show before I go ahead and get into this meat and potatoes of all of this. So everyone who's anyone knows that before Tulsa was one of many places. Black Wall Street was one of many places. I would call Oscarville in Georgia one of the original Black Wall Streets. It had its own artisans such as carpenters. It had its own farming land. It was a thriving black community, even in times when the white communities around it were suffering. And don't get me wrong, to my knowledge, there were very few, but there were some white people living in the vicinity of what was Oscarville. Then a lady named Ellen comes along talking about she was raped. And then what happened is when Ellen said she was raped, they went after the two black men she accused of rape. Only come to find out now, some modern historians or someone believed that she was never really raped, that it was a consensual relationship, and that the wrong type of people found out, so she had to lie and say she was raped. The second one is the one that destroyed this entire town, a woman named May Crow, a young lady who was found dead in the woods near Oscarville. So they naturally assumed, oh, we're just going to go target this whole town over the unexplained rape and death of this one girl. We can't prove nor disprove that black people did it, but what we going to do is we going to go burn that whole town down. Maybe not burn it down, but they went and destroyed it. And you can't tell me there was no jealousy of their prosperity. Come on now. Then in the 1950s, we decide we're going to flood the town and make a reservoir there and name it Lake Lanier and pretend it never happened, because I'm not stupid. As the 20th century progressed and it was the 1950s and televisions were starting to come along, people were going to probably start asking questions. So what you all decided to do is that we're going to bury this town in water, not because we're heartless and just want to have our little resorts. We want to bury it as a benefit of pretending that it never happened, because in Tulsa, that place isn't as easy to be put underwater and buried as this one was. Let's put it underwater and pretend it never happened. Then we're going to have mysterious drownings, which by my estimation, somebody can get me as punishment from the Most High. See, when you do deviant stuff like that, God never forgot about it. And don't get me wrong, my sympathy goes to anyone who drowned on that lake. But it's not that hard to figure out why that place became cursed. You still got descendants from that. And then y'all think, I know, let's go ahead and in 2024 build a somewhat amusement park there and make it a wonderful family attraction, just as the bones of some people's ancestors are under the water. Oh, but y'all need to get over all of that happened in the past. See, when you do stupid stuff like this, Quit telling people to get over it. I am not going to sit here and wish nothing on anybody because that's not me. Okay? But this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Stop treating us like we don't know what's our history now. Stop treating us like knowledge hasn't increased. Stop sitting here trying to tiptoe over stuff by putting it in a British newspaper. Then only mention that once upon a time there was a lynching in a little town called Oscarville. No, there was a lot more to it, the Daily Mail. But see, this is what happens when a British tabloid wants to cover an American story and do so in a way that glosses over the history of it. And don't tell me, oh, they're not entitled to know our history, but you're entitled to give a half attempt at it while putting that up. Do better with your stupid self.